Hi, my name is Gaurav and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is like Sunday evening and I'm sitting in my office and I'm wondering I should be recording one video for my YouTube. And I was wondering what should I even talk about? There's so many subjects that I can talk about. There are so many subjects we have already spoken about on this YouTube channel. And I thought for a while, I said, you know what, let's just pick up this topic which is very close to my heart. And I think it's something that I've struggled with for the longest period of time. Not because I did not know about that, but the challenge was I knew about it and I could not implement that in my life. So what I'm going to talk about is your relationship with emotions. You know what? We all have certain relationship with different emotions that we experience in our life. There is love, there is hatred, there is happiness, there is jealousy, there is hurt, there is resentment, there is resignation, acceptance, excitement, surprise, remorse. I can go on and on and on and on. So what I'm going to share with you is a simple 5 steps that will help you to build your relationship with emotions and deal with all those situations in your life where you struggle. It could be as simple as when you're having conversation with your partner and your partner is saying something and telling you something that you're not comfortable with. It could be a little not so pleasant conversation with your colleague or not so pleasant conversation with your boss. It could be while you're driving from Delhi to Gurgaon, if you're driving from Mumbai to Pune, if you're driving from Bangalore to Mysore and you get into a small argument with somebody on the road. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about because these are day-to-day conversations that we get stuck with. So, point number 1, take a pause. Literally take a pause. Right now, write down what's happening to you in this moment. What are the different emotions that you're experiencing? You'll be surprised to know that at any point in time, you're experiencing so many emotions in your life that you'll not be able to even write it down. It could be stillness, it could be happiness, it could be surprise, it could be joy, it could be peace. Now that's one shade of emotion. There could be anger, there could be frustration, there could be resentment, there could be resignation, and that's another shade. So take a pause, take a moment to write down all the emotion that you are experiencing in this moment. Point number 2, recognize that. The challenge is not that you're not able to deal with your emotions well. The challenge is not about managing your emotions. The challenge is that we find it very difficult to even recognize our emotions. That's not the vocabulary that I was taught in my school. And that's the reason. Every time when I speak to my daughter, Neve, I ask her, hey, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? She would tell me, happy. And every time when she's sad or she's cranky or crying, I would ask her, what are you feeling? She would say, sad. And she calls me Gaurav. Gaurav, I'm feeling sad. I would ask her, what do you want to feel instead? And that is the moment when she would start to dig deeper within herself. Point number 3 is acknowledge it. We don't want to acknowledge. Okay, let me not generalize this. I don't want to acknowledge that I'm feeling angry. Probably, I don't know what anger is. Let me share this example with you. A few days back, I was having this conversation with my team. We were just getting together, let's record a video. And 2 of my team members, they were late. And while they were giving me feedback, Gaurav, this is what you should be doing, that is what you should be doing. And all the production team, the content team, everyone was dancing on my head. And deep within, nothing was getting inside my head. Not because I did not want to listen to them. I just love what they do. I respect them, who they are. But I said, you know what? The foundation itself is not that strong enough for me to respect you. And when I started to introspect, when I started to dig deeper into within my own self, that what is that emotion, I realized that's not anger, that's helplessness. That's a sense of sadness that I had. That a sense that as if I failed in putting the team together. And that's not anger. And very often it would be misinterpreted as if I'm angry. So unless you can acknowledge it, only then you'll be able to investigate. Now, when I'm talking about investigating is, investigation means that you are able to look at what emotion is that and where is it stemming from. As I said, that it was not anger, rather it was helplessness, because it was coming from a deep belief that I have failed to put the team together. Now, it's less about them, it's more about my own self. And that's the reason if you look at all those emotions, when you look deep within those emotions, you'll realize it has to do something where you would have failed yourself, or it's validating a belief that you have that I'm inadequate, I'm not good enough, or this is not possible. And that's where you move to the next step, which is the last one. So the first one is take a moment, recognize, acknowledge your emotion, investigate where is it coming from. And the last one is compassion. Practice self-compassion. It's okay, you would falter, you would fail. As one of my teachers used to tell me that you'll never be able to draw Mona Lisa because somebody has already drawn it. You can draw something even better than that. But nobody's stopping you from throwing bottles of colors on a piece of canvas. Go. Nurture yourself, practice self-compassion, because that's the first step. Awareness creates possibilities. Once you're aware of who you are being in that moment, which is not supporting you, that is the moment where you'll be able to shift those emotions into those emotions that will be able to serve you. What are those emotions that you can practice right now that will help you to create even better supportive environment? What kind of emotions would you like to operate from that will help you to be at ease to be with? The question is, you may ask me, Gaurav, why are you even talking about that? Because very often, and at least that is what I was taught, that your logic is more important than your emotions. Who cares about your emotions? Just work. Actually, it's not the case. Because unless you can feel happy from within, you'll not be able to share. You can only serve from what you're carrying within yourself. The question is not whether logic is important or emotions. Can they go hand in hand? I remember my recent conversation with Mr. Rajiv Dubey, where he was talking about Mr. Anand Mahindra Ji, where he said that he has come across Mr. Anand Mahindra, who carries a very rare combination. The combination that he was talking about, mind, heart and soul. Now the question is, can you bring your mind, your heart and your soul together while you are dealing with every small situation in your life? And that is what the invitation is. So in case you like this video, do share that with your friends, with your family who you feel would get benefited, and do take some time to subscribe to our channel.